Hi folks, we are back on the Cobra. I ran into an issue on the motor where I had to order some more parts. So I'm making this video now of the paint. I had mentioned in a previous video that I had done the sanding. Here's a short section where I've sanded down. I think at this point I'm probably at the 3000 grit. And it's just a matter of going over it, trying to sand out the 1500 marks with the 3000, well, the 2000 and 3000, and it's just a matter of going over it and rubbing the car. The Cobra body is a bit of a challenge. There is really hardly any flat panels on it. In fact, I think the center of the doors are probably the only panel in the car that's flat. Hence, the using the power sander is a bit of a touchy situation, and all the inside curves and backwards curves end up doing by hand. And here's the car. It's all sanded. I've wiped it down with some soapy water, get the dust off of it. And now we're preparing to buff it. I will be doing this in 3 stages, 3 sets of compound. None of them are real aggressive for what we would have used back in the old days, but they have 3 compounds and 3 different pads. Each pad is a little more aggressive and working its way down to less aggressive. And at this point, you can see we're getting a little bit of shine to develop. Still progressing on back the car, doing the top surfaces. Those are the parts that are seen most predominantly. So I'm spending a lot of time on those, trying to make sure we get all the little imperfections out and the scratches. Scratches are probably a little bit of a misnomer. The 3000 grit, and well, for that matter, even the 1500 grit is more of a haze than it is an actual scratch. Although as the shine develops, you can actually see the 1500 grits if you were missed, and it stands out quite a bit. So it's a matter of putting some shine on it, looking for the areas that need more, and going back and do it again. And here we have the passenger side, worked up to a pretty nice gloss with the coarse compound and coarse pad. And we'll work our way around to the driver's side here and do more of the same. Once it gets the shine on it, it's easy to miss an area that needs more buffing. So I found that getting up close with a light, changing all sorts of angles, And I do what I call looking into the paint instead of at the paint, moving around and seeing an area that needs more attention. And having used the light, I found an area that needed more attention. The standard always was that if you could read the serial number in a dollar bill, then you got you a pretty nice paint job. Well, I figure this paint job was probably worth $100 bill, but the motor budget put me to the point where I only had a 50, but it put on a nice shine. And here's the finished product with two of the three buffings, the coarse compound and the fine compound. The third buffing is actually more of a glaze. It doesn't have any abrasive in it. But it was the end of the day and I was pooped. So I just stopped here at this one. I'll do the glaze on another day. And it looks good. So I'm real happy with the outcome. The damage from the wrecker is done. I took the opportunity to do the headlights and get those spaced up. Took care of a few little imperfections and rock chips. It's a lot of work, but the car was down anyway, so I'm glad that I took the time to do it. So once again, thanks for watching.